Most High in Christ. Shalom, everyone. Let people come into the class. You come in, just make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for tuning in, tapping in to the ISUPK Philadelphia class. Right. Let's see. Good. Yep. I did. All right. All right, y'all. Hey, shalom. The ISUPK started out at 1 West on 25th Street, Harlem, New York. Been teaching the truth since 1969. We are here to teach the so-called Blacks, Hispanic, Native Americans the truth of the Bible. All right, we are under command of Jenny Yohana. All right, it's not under command of Jenny Yohana. It's not under Christ. All right, and it's not the truth. All right, so today we're bringing up what happened with the brother down in Memphis, Tennessee, and also this whole Blueface Krishan, I think that's her name, Krishan relationship, right? Because one thing that we do need to understand: police brutality is at an all-time high. It's been like that since we've been over here, right? We was patrolled on plantations, and we also patrolled in these cities, right? And what's the reason for it? Well, let's figure out why. Young man Chris, can you give me Deuteronomy 7:6? Yeah, so with Blacks, Hispanic, Native Americans, if you don't know, are the real Jews of the Bible, right? I'm gonna show you right here. Whenever you get it.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. Mm-hmm. For thou art a holy people.
We are a holy people unto God, right? Meaning to be separate. Us being separate from everybody else. In Leviticus, the 20th chapter, 26th verse, it explains how God cut us off. Keyword: segregated. We've been segregated, from other people. It's in the Bible. Read it one more time.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people.
So, when you hear the ISUPK explain to you that the so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American is the real Jews, we are God's chosen people. We just read it in the Bible. I give you a prime example that what we're saying is the truth. When you see the Jewish man, what do the Jewish man say? Jewish man going to say what? We are God's chosen people. And they segregate themselves. They do business first amongst their own community. Why do they do that? Because they got it from us. Read it from the top again.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
Go ahead.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So when you look at the power structure of Jewish people build their structure all from they build a structure all from segregating themselves, relying on one another, you understand, and of course utilizing their white supremacy. That's how it go, right? Jewish people are white supremacists. They want to accept it or not. You ever notice how they try to pull the anti-Semitic card very, very quickly? Well, that's anti-Semitic. That's anti-Semitic. But when you try to refer to yourself as a Jew, when you give your registry, they look down at you. In their community, I just heard a sister say it today. that she's a Jewish. A sister referred to herself as a Jewish woman. Um, she's been ostracized in the Jewish community. She went to a Jewish elementary school. She's the only black sister in there. They looking down on her. She raised a family, and now her family is into the Jewish synagogue. She knows that these rabbis, these priests, does blackface. She posted it on her social media and she explained it, right? But she still feels that she has to be incorporated with these people. You understand what I'm saying? She understands that the Jewish man do not respect, Jewish people do not respect when black people say that we are Jews. Why? Because they are anti-Semitic. They're the real anti-Semitic people. You understand? So with that being said, if they can read this Bible, if they can look at the Israelite culture and know, yo, the Israelites are God's chosen people, we need to understand that. Because there's some truth behind us being God's chosen people. Can you read it?
Verse 7. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people.
So it wasn't that we was a high value number on the nation, you know what I mean, ruled with an iron fist, and we was just these, the sparkle in the eye nation like Rome. Rome Empire was vast and very powerful. African nations at points in times was very strong and vast. Nimrod was ruling with an iron fist. It was a time when the Assyrians had the power, the Babylonians, the Medes, the Persians. It was a time when they was looked at, how white people was looked at today as very great and powerful people? It was a time when everybody thought the Assyrians was that. Everybody thought the Babylonians was like that. You dig what I'm saying? So here we're learning that God didn't choose us because of popularity. He didn't choose us because we was high numbered. We was a high numbered nation. We was actually one of the youngest nations. Keep going.
For ye were the fewest of all people.
We was the fewest. Right? Keep going.
Verse 8. But because the Lord loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he has sworn unto your fathers.
He did what?
Sworn, so I can keep the oath which he has sworn unto your fathers.
Now, okay. Let's think about it how Christ would want us to think about it, right? We all came in this world because our mother and father, right? The Lord is our Father, which art in heaven. The Lord kept his oath.
Right.
Why can't we? Brings us to this point. It was 5 police officers. You got the article queued up? Any article really going to explain it. It's very popular. So basically, if y'all don't know, a brother was beaten to death. He was beaten to death. I seen the pictures and it was horrifying because these 5 police officers, they took an oath. I think they put their hand on the Bible, right, sir? They put their hand on the Bible. I think they put their left hand up. I don't know. I ain't been to court in a minute. But they put their hand on the Bible, other hand up. I swear, they making an oath. Well, these brothers ain't keep their oath. And that's what brings us to this class tonight. The topic is a part of the class tonight. Read what you got. with the article, and if you could just read loud so everybody at home can hear you.
This is CNN. Tariq Nicholas, family attorney, say video shows police beating Nicholas like a human pinata.
They said what?
Tariq Nicholas, family attorney, says video shows police beating Nicholas like a human pinata.
Man, may Tyrese Nicholas rise again. You understand? May the Lord be with him and his family, and may the Lord give him justice. You know what I'm saying? Because imagine you getting a phone call. I can only imagine I get a phone call that, someone close to me, close to my heart, got beaten. They said like in pinata. Did you see his face? You see his face on that article? That don't look like, you know, that's something that you should want to do to somebody. You know what I'm saying? They said they beat him like a pinata. Imagine how the family feels, knowing that the one that they love ain't gonna be here no more. He probably left behind friends, family. He left behind friends and family. Probably kids. He got a woman at home right now crying right now. Every time she closes her eyes, she think about what he looked like before he died. These 5 black officers, you understand, did not uphold their oath. You understand? Keep reading. Bubba yourself.
Khan. Attorneys for the family of Tariq Nichols, a black man who died after a traffic stop in Memphis, Tennessee, said video footage shows he suffered a non-stop beating at the hands of police.
Listen, in Hebrew Academy, or whenever you get into the Shamar department, before you get in Hebrew Academy, you're going to learn how to deal with a physical altercation. Before it gets physical, and that while it's physical, and what you do after it gets physical. That man, these 5 police officers went to a police academy. I think it lasts for a year and some change, a couple months, I'm not sure. But they go through training to learn how to be a mediator. You understand? A peacekeeper. That's what a job of a priest is.
Right.
To be a peacekeeper, a mediator. But these police officers are supposed to patrol our neighborhoods and make sure that we are safe. Like, you ever notice how cops will come to, let's say it's a domestic situation, right? Cops come there, if they see that it's a domestic issue, they get both sides of the story. They just don't get one side. Now, it can be, they can visualize, well, this person is bleeding. So I see this person bleeding and they saying that they just get into an altercation, I physically see a problem. So now the other person get put in handcuffs. Unless they see bleeding in them, now both people's gonna go to jail. But the whole thing is to mediate the situation, to keep peace, and we'll solve it out in court. They get that from the Lord. You understand? Like in ISUPK, if an offense happened, go to that person alone. If they ain't understanding or whatever the case may be, some offenses it might just it gotta be a counsel, whatever the case may be. But everything is done in decency and order so that we can maintain peace and order. Right? So with the white man's this white man's kingdom, he takes after certain things from Israelites, from the Bible. You understand what I'm saying? Like for instance, they took strategies from the Gadites. That's how they learned about guerrilla warfare, right? It was a point in time they used to march and blow trumpets. That's how they used to fight. And the Native Americans just sit back, ate camouflage, blending in. You think you looking at a tree, all you see is some eyes open up. You see some bright white eyes with full of anger. Straight take your head off with a tomahawk. You done. They laying in trees. They used to be, listen, I mean, I'm gonna give y'all kind of sidebar. Native Americans used to terrorize white people. Literally. You go do the research, they be like, don't go there. If you go there, we're not coming to get you. Boy, they used to love taking on white women and destroying them. Yeah. What? They get drunk, try to find my way home. They be like, yo, where's George? I don't know. I hope he ain't going to that Native American. Native Americans terrorizing white people. They had generals running through the woods butt naked back to their camp. Like they was shot out. But their warfare was crazy. The only thing is they didn't have guns. Now some of the tribes did try to, they did confiscate guns. You know what I mean? Took the spoils of their victories and stuff like that. But it got to a point where it was just like, they outgunned. They bought cannons, Gatling guns. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord wasn't on our side, of course. You want to say something?
Yeah, Connor, if I could. What Carr is saying is heavy. There are two things, right? It was so heavy. Like I know everybody talk about how America lost in the Vietnam War. You see how the Vietnamese and Moab was with that guerrilla warfare. Guerrilla warfare was created by Reuben. You know what I mean? The so-called Seminole Indians today. And when the Carr was saying about how you think you're looking at a tree, it'd be Reuben right there with the fatigue and shit on, with the camouflage. What they would do would just be amazing and astonishing. That they didn't. Another thing that they leave out, man, that the oppressor loves. You know what I mean? He loved to admire. You know what I mean? His adversaries and glorify them in this regard. Like, why do you think, even though we find it offensive, that it is extremely disrespectful? Like you know how they have the Redskins, the Blackhawks, the Seminoles, and they call their choppers Apache. They named their weapons and sports teams of their warfare after us because of the fear that our people instilled in them. And they was terrified of Gad and Reuben. Like for real. What make it even crazier is that I remember Captain Campazal was breaking down. Reuben captured some of the Spaniards, and they figured out and utilized some of their gunpowder to create a strong enough explosion to burst through their armor. Like they did something that Gad couldn't do with Issachar. And all I can think of the entire time was, damn, like imagine if we were serving our God.
Mm-hmm.
Like we did that in our carnality. So what you saying, I guess, is heavy. You know what I mean? Go ahead. That's like,
yeah. Like again, like you were saying, it was heavy because we're serving God. We in one accord, and guess what? We would have uphold our oath, protect our people. We seen them at our shores. There should have been no peace, no sit downs, none of that. Yo, we're gonna kill. We're gonna keep killing until y'all realize this ain't what y'all want.
right.
You know what I'm saying? You see Vietnam. Vietnam ain't really it. But they utilize, y'all want to get high. Yo, black people is oppressed. They love this dope. They love this weed. You know what I'm saying? Oh, y'all don't know about these jungles. We know these jungles. You know what I'm saying? I can be drunk and still find my way home in these jungles. You know what I'm saying? Like they knew it. So it's like, listen, they get it from us. And if we would have took the oath the way how we supposed to protect our people, we'd know, and we'd still follow the old ways. But a lot of us, we started choosing new ways. Oh, we not over in Israel no more. We can do whatever we want. We can try to be laxy daisy on the truth. You know what I'm saying? That's not how we're supposed to do it. But to get back on topic about this oath, right? These police officers took an oath and clearly did not uphold that oath. Keep going.
He was defenseless the entire time.
He was defenseless So these five black men seeing a brother that shares the same bloodline as them, ancestors been through the same thing. Like in ISUPK, you'll learn that having mercy is brotherhood. Like it's going to be like there been situations that appeared to me where I could have. I'll give you a prime example. I went to the store, right? And the brother just jumped in front of me asking for Lucy. Now, I could have did a couple things. Hey, brother, I was here, but I know where I'm at. He with his mans, and they already look like they was on goofy type time. So I would had to match aggression eventually, and I would have put him on his back pockets, his man on his back pockets, and the way how I would have tried to find out who got a gun would have been the cameras would have been like, "What type time you on?" Instead of doing all that, I was just like, I just looked at him. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, come on, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You draw. Yo, let me just get my John. Yeah, good looking, bro. You know what I'm saying? Left. You gotta have mercy. You know what I'm saying? Brother might be in here. He might start being real disruptive. You gotta get him out to school. We gonna have mercy. We gonna ask him, hey, brother, if you could just raise your hand. Hey, we don't shut out in here. Eventually, we're gonna say, hey, brother, I came to you. You gonna have to go. You know what I mean? You'll learn that once you get into the Shamar department. Hey, brother, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. I came to you more than twice about this. You're gonna have to go. And then if they don't want to go, they're like, man, I ain't going nowhere. Oh man, this and that. Yeah, brother, let's keep going. Like we're trying to keep it peaceful, so we won't have to all fall on you. All that one on one in here ain't no one on one. It's us against you, or whoever you with. You barked up that tree, you're gonna get whatever. But we understand the level of aggression that we had to add. And General Hazan Yun, you understand, he always give us stories about his past so you can be enlightened on how these cops are totally out of the spirit of protecting their people. He said when he was on the force in the world that they was telling him to go murder. Why you ain't pull the trigger? Why you ain't pull the trigger? He didn't pull the trigger because he loved his people. He understood that I took an oath to protect these people. If it's a way that I can arrest them or I can, get the situation mediated without having to use brute force, I'm gonna do that. He patrolling the neighborhoods. He used to tell the guys around there, yo, man, y'all need to get off the corner. What he was doing, trying to show them some brotherhood. Like, yo, y'all gonna throw y'all life away. You gonna be paying for lawyers and all that. You want that? Get off the corner. You know what I'm saying? And it got to a point where he'll pull up. With that eliminated, somebody getting shot when he around, when they see him, oh, he on patrol. Hey, I got respect for OG. You take your oath, you're supposed to be there for your people. You're supposed to make them feel safe. He should have seen a black man he should have seen them black men and felt safe. But he's dead. Beaten, face swelled up. Brain probably swelled up on him and everything. Oh, what? Because you want to be like your father, the devil? That's what it is. If you could, real quick, give me I think it's John 8:44.
The book of John, chapter 8 and verse 44. Ye are of your father the devil.
You are the father of the devil. They think that they can be like the white man. Oh yeah, I give him a Rodney King behind whipping, and none ain't gonna happen. A lot of police brutality go unjustified. It ain't always the stuff that you don't see on TV. That's what they get away with, or they might settle out in court for a little settlement, and they still had a job. I remember, you ever heard of Officer Reynolds? You ever heard of him? You heard about him. Where are you from in the city? Logan. He was in Southwest, terrorizing. But you heard of him back when you was probably a young boy, right? And then he became a judge. And he was telling you count the pigeons on the count the pigeons on the on the edge. Judge Reynolds was terrorizing young black men, terrorizing black men in our community. When he took an oath to protect, he'd rather destroy you instead of try to rehabilitate you. I seen a white man as a judge. And he even went viral. He was literally in the courtroom hearing what was going on, hearing the parents and hearing the family talk about the issues and problems and why this is going on with the defendant. And he chose the best decision to go help that brother. When you go to jail, if the environment in the jail is not the old heads or like, brothers in there trying to better themselves, like you would have some brothers that will go to jail, they'll go upstate, because in a county, you ain't really, it's a county, it's up, because ain't nobody really, people is in process of being on trial, sentencing, or they just there for a little bit. They just waiting for their little what is that called? They waiting for that first court date. You know what I'm saying? So when you go upstate, that's when you start meeting the old head. You start meeting people that ain't on that hot boy stuff, and that's when the most you'll probably be rehabilitated. You know what I'm saying? Going into the counseling meetings and stuff like that, and being around people, going into the libraries and stuff like that. But they don't offer these things really before you get there, where they say, yo, you 16, you got caught with a gun, you know what? Or, you got caught selling drugs. Parent come there. You're supposed to see if the parent is a bad parent, a parent that's trying. Get family counseling. Have things set up so that things can be more profitable. They can actually rehabilitate. You know what I'm saying? But someone like Judge Reynolds, he was a detective, a cop that terrorized the city of Philadelphia, and then became a judge and threw young boys in jail. You understand? Just because he didn't love his people, and then later got thrown off from being a judge because they found all types of dirty. He finally got busted because he thought that he can be like the white man. Oh man, I'm the what they say? I'm the sheriff and the deputy. You know what I'm saying? He thought he was big dog. So like, sir, if you could.
Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning.
He was a murderer from the beginning. Now look at what these 5 men did to this brother. Look at what Judge Reynolds did in the city of Philadelphia. It's still people in jail right now because of him. You understand? Where cases gotta get overturned. Look at Meek Mills, Judge Brinkley, black woman, openly just being diabolically evil against the brother. When everything shows that he deserves a retrial. Everything shows that he deserves a retrial. But she just hate her people. She is like her father, the devil. You dig what I'm saying? Judge Reynolds is of his father, the devil. That's why they don't got their jobs no more. She got moved down to civil court. When somebody say, I'm tired of, I gotta evict my I gotta evict this woman, or hey man, they dog keep pooping on my lawn. She gotta deal with that type of cases now. When she was dealing with criminal cases, when she was trusted, when she took an oath to give justice when it's due. You understand? To prove the right and the wrong, to be the peacemaker, to be the mediator. You understand? She ain't do that. Judge Reynolds ain't do that, and these brothers definitely ain't do that. So, like, sir, is any more on that?
And abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him.
Listen, those brothers, so like, sir, you know what I'm saying? Like, those brothers don't got the truth in them. They took an oath. You understand? Of course, Christianity groomed them to be this way. It groomed them to be like their father, the devil. So now they go inside the Christian church. You ain't showing. You're not showing. You can't come into the ISUPK and then think that that's cool. It's gonna be on your conscience. You're gonna have to make a living decision to say, I just don't care about God at all. You can't be in here and then try to do something like that. Oh, I'm gonna go be a police officer. Nobody that ever stays in the truth ever becomes a police officer. They be an officer of the Lord. They be a peacemaker and a mediator amongst our people. You understand? They either get the phone call from the person that's in distress, or they're getting it from a man over them saying, hey, we got a situation. We need to go over there and handle that. Right? But with these men right here, they don't have the truth in them. The same way their father, the devil, don't have the truth in them. It said that he was a murderer from the beginning. It was in him. So now look at what these brothers did, man. Murdered their brother. And I heard that it gets weird in this breakdown on this case right here. Can you keep reading?
He was a human pinata for those police officers. It was an unadulterated, unabashed, non-stopping beating of this young boy for 3 minutes.
For 3 minutes, they beat him. Do you understand? In 3 minutes, okay, a shootout lasts no more than 30 seconds is too long. A shootout, it's like is up to 7 seconds to 15 seconds tops, right? So for 3 minutes, just imagine somebody just hitting you. Somebody just hitting you for 3 minutes. 5 strong black men just beating the crap out of you for 3 minutes. Y'all ever seen somebody get jumped into a game and they got to fight? You know how long them fights be? It's from 30 seconds to a minute, and they fighting multiple people, right? Imagine just watching 5 guys jump. You ever seen the joint when the dude became a crip? And he's like, fight back, nigga, fight that. And he tried to, he got beat up bad. You see how he look? Imagine if he ain't attempt to fight back. He could not fight at all. They just let anybody in these games now. And they start crying about why you rat 6'9"? Why you rat, Gunner? He was soft from the rip. Because you are your father, the devil, you don't have the truth in you. So you don't see the truth. You don't see that, yo, what we doing is wrong, and we really stupid for allowing this guy with rainbow colored hair, or we're dumb for allowing this man that publicly told on somebody on Crime Stoppers. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about Gunner. He's going to tell. You know what I'm saying? He's going to tell. You know what I mean? That's how you know being of your father, the devil, when you don't keep the law, statutes, commands, you are willing to do anything that's dumb and then get bad results, right? Do something that's more importantly, say it this way, because of what we're talking about, doing something very, very evil, you understand, and throw your life away. Chris, can you continue to keep reading?
Attorney Antonio Romanucci said during a news conference Monday after Nichols' family and legal team viewed footage of his arrest this month, giving them an opportunity to see what happened before he was taken in critical condition to a hospital.
Let me give y'all some understanding. In ISUPK, we are very mindful of our abilities and what we can do. You understand? These brothers wasn't mindful. Like, we know that we can break a brother bones in so many different places. He'd think that he's a human presser, right? We can paralyze somebody from the waist down if we wanted to, right? We train to do all of those things. Should we do it? Should we just go ahead and just destroy somebody's life because of a simple, stupid mistake that they made? Coming in here being an idiot, or coming at us the sideways and trying to inflict bodily harm. Should we knock his eyeballs out of his socket? Should I don't know, should I shoot him? Because I got a firearm and he's coming at me with a knife? You know what I'm saying? Should I do that? Or should I have mercy and patience and try to mediate the situation? Well, these 5 black men thought is, I don't need to mediate in anything. The white man can walk around here with his chest up high, head up in the sky. Oh, the white man don't get in trouble by the law. They said, man, we are the law. I can go ahead and beat the hell out of a nigga. Who cares? Guess what they wouldn't do? You don't hear black people doing bodily harm to white people like this when they on the force. You want to know why? Because they know if I hurt a hair on Becky's head, I'm being put behind under the jails. But it's just a nigga. Nobody gonna care about him. He just another dead nigga. He just another nigga that got his behind whipped on our watch, and it don't matter. Keep going.
What I saw on the video today was horrific, said Rodney Wells,
Right.
Nichols' stepfather. No father, mother should have to witness what I saw today.
Right.
The Memphis Police Department has terminated 5 police officers,
Right.
all whom are black, after an administrative.
They are what?
All of whom are black.
They are what?
All of whom are black.
All black men. All black brothers that took an oath to serve and protect the people. Right? And this is what I don't understand with you black people that think that, we can change the system from within. You can't. You want to know why? Because you're following the same steps of your father, the devil. You're taking an oath, the same oath that KKK members take. And ISUPK, we do what the Most High say. You call us, we there. We tell everybody that. Call us. We got you. You understand? We are at your service. But people don't want to listen. People don't want to take heed of what we say. We also give people protocols on, and I'm going to explain this to y'all right now. When you are getting pulled over by a police officer, shut your mouth. Stop doing all the talking. Stop trying to be a lawyer right then and there. You got your phone. Have your phone set up where you can have your have your phone right there. Have all your information up top. You understand? In your glove department. I mean, you pull down a mirror. You understand up top in your vehicle, or you might have it in the glove department. And this is what you do. This is the ISUPK protocol. Get pulled over. Keep both your hands on the steering wheel. You understand? Before they get to you, make sure that you put your phone on the clip, hit the record button, right? You hit the record button, and then when they come to your door, you talk to them. Hey, officer, how you doing? Hey, you know why I pulled you over? No, I don't know. Can you explain to me? Oh, you were speeding. Oh, I was speeding? Oh, okay. No sweat. Oh, I made a wrong turn back there or something like that. Okay, no sweat. All right. Uh, okay. He either gonna say, you know, you can just say, you can just give me the ticket, or he might say, shoot, just let you off with a warning, depending on how the conversation goes. Really, I was speeding. All right, no sweat. Just you just give me the ticket, right? So boom, he either gonna give you the ticket or say, oh, this is a warning, right? So now, once you get that ticket, he give you all before you even get the ticket, he gonna ask you for your information and all of that. Like, is it all right if I can reach into my glove department and get it? You sure? All right, no sweat. I'm gonna go get it right now. He's watching you. Go get it. Don't be moving all fast and doing all that other talking. Just get it done. Give it to them. They're gonna run your name, whatever the case may be. Boom. They say, hey, you was doing this and that. Okay, don't sweat. I'll take the ticket. You know what I mean? And before you go, hey, can I get your badge number? You get the badge number. All right, no sweat. All right, thank you. You know what I mean? You go about your way. The whole time you keep your hands on the steering wheel and you're being professional. Because what we don't want is to give these devils, give anybody of other nations or our nation, you understand, the perception that the Israelites and the ISUPK are not professional, that they're not of God, right? And more importantly, you might not be in here, but if you want to keep your life, this is what you want to do. Listen to the priests in the ISUPK when we tell you, do that, you can make it home. But if you start trying to be a lawyer, you more is making me sick. I'm gonna let you know that right now. I learned what y'all talk about. I know about the birth certificate and all that. Let me tell you, when you're trying to argue with a police officer that, oh, I got the freedom to travel, and this is this law right here, and this is 1896 and 1902. This was passed. That white man is from the county that barely seen black people all his life, and he don't know the law. These cops don't know the law. They only know the basics. You understand? They know, hey, I can't evict you, can't throw you out. Hey, you got a mark on your face, but he don't. You're going to jail, or you got a court order in case. Is oh, okay. Well, you got to give up the baby. Yeah, hands up, don't shoot. They don't know the law. They know just the basics, just enough to do their job. Moors would argue people down and around. They would argue, just I got the freedom of travel. I don't need to show you my ID. If you just don't show them in your ID, if you just don't go get a driver's license, if you just don't get your permit and your driver's license, you can have whatever more stuff you want. If he asks, yo, I need this, just give it. And then all that birth certificate, quick sidebar, I heard a lot of people get jammed up because they try to tap into this, what is it? Money that matured at 18. Let me tell you, you are a slave, either you like it or not. You have no freedom. You understand? Moors don't have no power. That y'all might have had power back in the day is not that now. The ISUPK is running the ball. We got the ball. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to be a Moor. Everybody want to be an Israelite now. Why? Because the ISUPK make it look good. We make it look good because we keep the laws, statutes, commands of God. We don't get shape ups. We rock braids, we rock afros, we rock cuts without shape ups in it. We wear boots. You understand? We smell good, we look good. Ladies love us. We got more than one wife half of the time. We make Israelites making being an Israelite look good. That's why you hear Kanye West saying, "I'm a Jew." Who you think he learned from? I heard that he through the grapevine, IUIC, he was learning from IUIC. You understand? But when he talked to Cat Cesaria, he knew, oh, you don't want to hear about all that other stuff. And that's why they cut it short. They know if he talked to a real priest, something can happen. That's why Satan was like, put the hammer down and that. Cut the interview short. And Captain Tazariak said, he said, because he took his oath and he goes by it, he was going to try to help that brother understand what it means to be you say you're a Jew, understand that Jews, we don't chase after white women. Do you think that white woman was a downfall for you? Do you feel like you should continue messing with white women? You understand? What's your plans? You know, where'd you study? Where'd you get this information from? You know what I'm saying? So where he know, dang, ain't nobody ever talked to me like that publicly without feeling like being threatened by my fame and fortune. See, when you take your oath in here, you understand, you're gonna make Israel being an Israelite look good. You understand? Like look at General Hyman. He don't bite his tongue for nobody. He don't spare not. He spared not nobody feelings. He's gonna tell you the truth. He's gonna let you know what it is, and that's every brother in here. And guess what? Everybody want to be Israelites. There was a time when brothers and sisters didn't like it, but the Most High made people realize these men took their oath and they serious about it. You need to listen to what they saying, and I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna give you examples why you should. You wonder why a lot of people come in here. A lot of people come in here because life start kicking their behind. The truth was something that they couldn't shake no more. It was like, all right, yo, I'm at the slave, and yo, this white man is treating me like I am on the plantation. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Jerome, why are you 1 second late? It is what they say. Y'all ever got that time clock? Yeah, I don't know if y'all got that time clock. That time clock where it goes down to the seconds. And if you are past 1 second past your time to check in, you are late.
Not to cut you off, after like 3 months before I came to the truth, Esau came up to me at the time clock, and I was like, yo, what's something up with my schedule? He said, you're gonna work this fucking schedule. That's a lot.
He said, you gonna work that schedule. That can make a wise man mad. Yo, look, God put STD, super gonorrhea. I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? People want to be homosexuals. Yo, monkeypox. You know what I'm saying? It was spread because they was having orgies overseas. They was like going around just, and I always tell, like I told someone close to me, you know, they wind up wanting to become gay because it was hard for them to find love the right way. So they wanted to go do it the wrong way. And I'm like, no, I'm too wild. Wow. So I'm like, yo, don't do that. I'm like, it's not a good idea to do that. One, we men don't do that. And two, guys are dirty. Guys are dirty. And I'm like, yo, that community already, the LMNOP community is already infested. I'm like, you don't want to do that. Lo and behold, he called me. Yeah, man, I got that ish. I said, woo, what? I got mad. I was like, yo, didn't I tell you? I'm like, all right, man. That's what you gotta live with. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy out here. And the Most High, you understand, even with the Roe versus Wade, there's people out right now parading because they're mourning There's people mourning the anniversary of Roe versus Wade, and then there's people that's parading it. And here's the thing: the Lord made it harder for women to get abortions. You dig what I'm saying? They made it harder, and that's a good thing. Like the Lord shine light on it. He also showed a lot of you brothers who not to deal with. If I seen a chick on that joint talking about, man, I can't believe this. Salagia, I'm not talking to that. I'm cool. I'm gonna unfriend you. You're a baby killer. I got jokes about chicks that do that. I ain't gonna talk about that right now. But to get back on topic, we was reading about this brother. Let's get back to that. You know what I mean? And all you sisters, you understand that believe abortion is cool. You understand you are of your mother, the devil. You understand? That white woman, man, she, ooh wee. You look into white women's history, they was always on their back, on all fours, on their knees. And they wasn't cleaning. They was dirty. They learned how to be clean from Israelites. But I tell you, you talking about brothels and all of that, that was not an Israelite custom. That's something that was listen, these other nations are so disgusting, especially the Edomites. Edomite women would sit up there like they whole life, women would dedicate their daughters to being a prostitute. East Indians is something called Davadasis. It's an ancient order of prostitutes, and it's a god that they worship that brings them so-called blessings of being whores and prostitutes. And guess what? They infested with AIDS, infested with HIV and herpes. You understand? And they live a very horrible life. Some of them, they get paid a lot, but it's East Indians. Can you imagine the stench? Now, when you look at our women, they following after who? Other nations. Because in the Bible, it tells women in the book of Deuteronomy, you can't be a whore. Leviticus, you can't be a whore. That's not what we do. So whatever we do that's evil, we learned it from the devil. We learned it from other nations, like dreadlocks. Can't say that we learned that from the devil. The devil don't got dreadlocks. But we did learn it from East Indians. You understand? So let's drop that. Let's go back to the article. Barbara Show.
After an administrative investigation found they violated department policies for use of force, duty to intervene, and duty to render aid, the department said in a statement. Memphis police confirmed Monday on Twitter that police and city officials met with Nichols' family to let them view the video recordings.
Hold on, let's start right there. Uh whenever someone is harmed, like they hurt, it is a crime not to to help to aid them when they're harmed in any way. Like if they was under you and that happened, or you get there and it happened, you got to take them to the hospital. Because why? It is your duty to serve and protect. You dig what I'm saying? And no one is guilty until everyone is innocent until proven guilty. That's why you get charges. You're being charged with this, with murder, right? There's been times people got found in murder rapping and all that, but they was found not guilty. You know what I'm saying? They might got charged for a lesser crime, but no way, shape, form, or fashion should you say, well, they committed this crime. They made me run after them, or they try to fight me back, or they shot at me. Yeah, I got them. They in my custody right now. I'm not gonna take them to the hospital. They didn't take that man to the hospital, and that's very evil. You beat the crap out the guy and then just say, "Oh, come on, let's put him in a holding cell." You are of your father, the devil. The Christian church, you shame on you for teaching men and women to go put on that uniform. Shame on you for not showing blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans how to have unity amongst each other. Shame on you for not showing our people to put each other first. Because when we look at Martin Luther King, that wasn't his agenda to put us first. Really, he was like, put the white man first so we can support him. We want to be a part of his dream. We want to be proud Americans. I always bring this up in Washington, D.C. I believe it was in D.C. These college students, right? Now, of course, think about the mental. Think about the psychological approach here. These college students, what most college students want to do? What they want to do? They want to party. What else? Think about life. Just think about life-wise. College students, what they want to do with their life? They want to be doctors, lawyers, right? So how many years they got to do with that?
5 years.
What's the average? Average for a bachelor is 4, right? Okay, so they go to college for 4 years, right? What is the whole thing of black people in the neighborhood at the high school while you're in high school? What's the main thing being said to you when you're in high school? Prepare for college, and you're gonna go to college to do what? Get a career. Now you get the career. Now, what happens once you get the career?
Guess you try to move on up in the career.
Move up in the career. Then what?
You get older.
I got you. You're right. The point that you're missing is to leave your environment. So people would get money, leave the hood, right? When you get the job that you wanted, you won't want more of the finer things in life, right? So you're getting all the finer things in life. If you go to college, majority of the people is going to a white man's college. Most of our people is going to buy into, because of Martin Luther King, love white people. These 4, I think it was 4 3 brothers. These brothers attended college because of Martin Luther King and his dumb dream, that nightmare that he gave to us that we living in to this day. They went into this white restaurant to protest. You're going to serve me. White people beat the crap out of them. And it's public that they got beat up. And they was like, well, I should be able to eat anywhere I want. And I don't want to eat at the restaurant that the black people own in the neighborhood because it's not upkept, it's not clean. So instead of them just going to black people, you understand, getting their food and holding on to their integrity, they got the crap beat out of them. Why? So that you can go eat some unflavored food? White people don't even know how to really cook that good. You dig what I'm saying? Salakia, I don't care about what a white person ever got to think about how I feel about their cooking. Y'all can't cook. I worked in your kitchens. I got to add more salt content to your food. You know what I'm saying? When somebody asks me to make it, particularly, I like the way how you make it. Everybody else don't know how to make it. I make it how everybody else make it. I don't know, it's just something different. Then it boomed in my head. You learn from white people. I just add more salt, bro. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So the whole thing is these brothers wanted the American dream. They wanted to feel white. One second, everybody. All right, no sweat, no sweat. We good, money. Let's keep reading.
Transparency remains a priority in this incident, and a premature release could adversely impact the criminal investigation and the judicial process. She
Right.
said, "We are working with the direct attorney, the district attorney's office, to determine the appropriate time to release video recordings publicly. Officials are working to expedite their investigation so they can release the footage and make a decision on whether the officers involved will face charges."
Right.
Shelby County District Attorney Steve Mulroy.
You can so like you can start right there. So what's your name, brother?
My name is Raheem.
Raheem, what's going on, Raheem? You ever heard about the school before?
Yeah, I be following y'all all the time. I watch y'all on YouTube all the time.
Oh, so you already know what's going on. You got any questions?
Um, just basically I'm here to sit in, man, and see how I can join. You know?
All right, most time Christ. So like in here, at the end you'll hear the announcements, right, on how you can join. Say it briefly. You gotta, you want to become a trooper in the school. That's the beginning. Right now, you know what I'm saying. If you come to class, you'll be considered as a young man, right? You'll be considered a young man, meaning that you are a young brother that's young in the truth, that's trying to learn and get all the knowledge back that was taken away from him, right? And you'll come in all black if you want to join this school, this body called the ISUPK, and you'll come in all black for 90 days, right? And once the 90 days is up, you understand, the Lord will see fit, you understand, to give you a Hebrew name and begin you in the troopership, the trooper program. You know what I'm saying? That's how you you become one with this body. All right. So before you walked in, we've been breaking down. You heard about what happened in Memphis, Tennessee, with the brother getting beaten to death?
No.
All right. So I catch you up to speed, right? For time's sake. So basically it was a young brother, right? This young brother got beaten by 5 black police officers, right?
Black police officers?
Yes. Beaten to death. And the whole thing is those 5 black police officers wouldn't have done that to someone that was white. We all know that, right? You don't never hear about black people in the news touching the hair on a white woman, right? Dare touch the hair on a white man. You don't find that because they understand, if I touch somebody that's white, I'm going to get all types of charges, get depromoted, demoted, lose my job, even, you understand, get suspended, get all types of eyes looking at me. But when it comes to a black person, they knows nobody cares about niggas. And that's how these 5 black men was thinking. They thought that they can be like their father, like it explains in John the 8th chapter, 44th verse, that they can be, they want to be like their father, the devil. You understand? That's the Edomites. You understand? So-called white man that the Bible speaks of. So they thought that they can do that and everything will be fine. They took that, they beat him to death, then aid him in no way, shape, form, or fashion, just threw him in a holding cell, and he wound up dying. They waited later to get him to a hospital because they realized, dang, and they try to cover their tracks. No one, I believe a couple of them being charged because they sat back and watched and did nothing. You understand? And we're bringing up that they took an oath. You understand? They took an oath to serve and protect. But we got to understand one thing, that their oath is not the oath that we take in here. Like, we really stand on this. You understand? To serve and protect our people, to be there, we're really peacemakers, right? Like, someone can come in here right now, right? They'd be sitting behind you, whoever. We're going to make sure that you stay safe. That's why everybody get checked at the door. You go to the Christian church, or you getting checked? You just walk right in.
Never really good. I've been private one time, once or twice out of my life.
Yo, you can go in there with a 12 gauge shotgun, with a trench coat. You just walking like you got a limp. Y'all know how it is. We didn't heard the stories. Yo, boy came through with a trench coat, pulled the 12 gauge out, start letting it off. That's your Dylan Roof. Dylan Roof. You understand? Because in Christianity, there's no militancy. When God said, when God said that he is a man of war. Exodus 15:3. Like, and here we're going to teach you how to be a soldier for the Lord, how to be a brother. You understand? How to be a leader.
But like,
If I could, 1 second, and here, you know what I mean? I know you knew. You can say whatever you want, you know what I mean? But all I ask is everybody raise their hand first, you know what I mean? Just so we can keep the order in here. All right, so you can go ahead though. You got it.
well, I'm up on General Yohana.
Right. What's sound crazy?
My man, I love Tesoria, Katazai.
Yo, you sound familiar. You be calling in on Crossing Line Radio?
Yeah, I call it.
Yo, because I think what's your name on the you be on the YouTube?
Yeah.
What's your name on the YouTube?
I'm not gonna do all the power, but I did call it one time.
What?
It's not it's Thursday.
Okay, yeah, Thursday. Every Thursday, yeah.
Last time I called it, and I did ask him, like, when is it, like, when are we all, like, when all the camps going to
Unite.
on the flag? When we
Yeah.
really gonna gather ourselves together?
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. These other groups, they don't want to follow orders, right? Zephaniah 2:1 says that read the scripture you got, because everything gonna come together. I got you.
This is Exodus chapter 15, verse 3.
Right.
The Lord is a man of war.
War, right? Can you fight a war without being organized? Can a war be? Can America? Could America have gained all that they gained with separation? They wouldn't. That's why the 13 colonies came together, right? They all came together under one banner. Republicans and Democrats. When Democrats and Republicans, they fight all day. Like, that's a job for that. That's a whole job. But guess what? They had unity, right? The nation of Israel, right now, these other groups, they don't want unity. Commander Jenny always say, my phone line is open. Passover, come and come join me and the brothers. You understand? When they did that whole little homosexual unity camp, they never hit us up and say, hey, can we all join together? They never did. They had events. They never hit us up. You wanna know why? Because they know that. Give me Zephaniah 2:1, Bubba Show. Because they know they can know all the breakdowns from us. But you know one thing that they won't understand? There's a lot of things they don't understand. But one of those main things is brotherhood. I didn't hear them break down all types of scriptures, Chris. They done broke down. I was like, okay, they know a little something, something. But when they get down to that brotherhood, that's when you see Satan. Satan like, yeah, I got this one right here. You hear it in the car? I'm like, I just hear it in his voice. I'm like, that's Satan right there. You know what I'm saying? Because they know this. Reed, you got Zephaniah 2:1?
Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together. O nation not desired.
O nation what?
Not desired.
Read it from the top again.
Zephaniah chapter 2, verse one.
Mm-hmm.
Gather yourselves together.
Right.
Yea, gather together. O nation not desired.
Did it say separate? It said come together. So why they ain't come together? Give me Ephesians chapter 4, verse 4. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe we tripping, sir. It's a log here. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we should just, I don't know, not come together. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, but what did the Most High say? He says that come together, the nation that's not desired. That's why you see Hispanics in here. You know, that's why you see Native Americans in here. That's why you see the West Indians and Mexicans. You understand, sharing recipes. The sisters, good night. The sisters be in the school sharing recipes. I ate some Haitian oxtails the other month. I'm like, hey, this ain't the regular oxtail, babe. What's this? You like, yeah, I got that from the Levite sister, the Haitian sister. I said, word. Yo, keep getting recipes from her. You know what I'm saying? Keep getting them. She making Mexican. My chicken's from Yonkers. What in the world you know about Mexican food? You know what I'm saying? But because of the unity, because of the unity that we got in the school, like the Most High said to have, you understand? Those things are able to transpire in here. You understand? But when you go inside these other schools, you're gonna see unorganized issues. Like listen, we're gonna read. This is gonna explain what I'm about to say. Go ahead, read.
We'll start at 4, sir.
Yeah.
This is Ephesians chapter 4, verse 4. There is one body.
Is what?
One body.
One body. What you think that means, brother? I can't really hear you that well. Mm-hmm.
I believe that we are supposed to move as one unit.
Right. You right. Give him a hand. You right. Supposed to move as one, because if we want Israel to people to come into the truth, right? We in here. I can only speak for the men in here. You understand? We want men to understand things. One of those things is we must work together. We must be one accord. We must get along. We must have brotherhood. Because let's say you come into the school, right? You're going to see all the brotherhood that you get when you come in here, right? You got to give that to the next man so it can keep going. See, what happened was back in the day, brothers stopped having brotherhood. But when you look inside the councils, you know who always was told that they had amazing brotherhood? Commander Junior Hanna.
Right.
So when everybody started going their own ways because God, the spirit of brotherhood was never in them, they left and started their own things. Commander Junior Hanna didn't leave. Commander Junior Hanna didn't forget about what was taught to him, to never, ever leave this truth, to never, ever allow Satan to destroy this house. And that's why when you hear people say, oh, yeah, the old One West, this is old One West. Right. This is it. This is the ISUPK. You come in here, it's the same way. The pictures on the wall, you see the painting right there that we got blown up. That's from the school that we had on 125th Street. You understand? Everything, the frankincense myrrh, the wine, the chalice, the horns, the scrolls, the swords. You understand? The greetings, the garments. Good night. Everything, the coffee. That's an old tradition that we do. You understand? Having a man at the guard watching everything, alert. You understand? The guard, you'll never see a guard drunk. Well, I can't say that for every other group. You know what I'm saying? You knocked at that door, brother. You don't understand. Even young man Chris, man, he adapted. He adapted. He was like, we all like, what's going on? You know what I mean? All because we take our oath serious. We're here to protect. You understand? We're going to protect you. You understand? Somebody come in here and start doing the most, we're going to make sure that you make it out. When you go inside the Christian church, the pastor is going to run on everybody. You understand? There's not going to be any protection there. And in the same way with these Israelite groups, there's no protection. What happened to Joy Morgan? Got eaten by she got murdered by a African that wasn't supposed to be in that congregation. He wasn't supposed to be there. But because they don't protect their followers, say it one more time. Yeah, come. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Joy Morgan got murdered. They took an oath to do what? Shoot, they later took how many oaths? Good night. He took the oath of the ISUPK in the past and took an oath for the NYPD. And that woman was murdered under his surveillance. And they didn't do anything to help the police. They marched for Kyrie Irving. Oh, when it comes to Joy Morgan, she ain't rich. She ain't rich, sir.
They marched for Dr. King.
They marched for Dr. King. The one that put everybody into this nightmare, they marched for him. Orgy Mike. That's what we call him in here. Orgy Mike. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? They marched for that. They didn't march for George Morgan. They gave what's his name? The rapper. They gave Kendrick Lamar a bunch of purple skirts, a bunch of purple shirts with fringes on it that little girls used to wear back in the day. My mama told me that. She said, you know, girls used to wear the spaghetti straps at the bottom of their shirt. That's what we used to do back in the day. I said, good night. I had it. I still probably got it on camera. But those shirts is $2,000 a piece, and people is on a payment plan. They in debt. You understand what I'm saying? For a purple shirt with fringes on the bottom of it. You understand what I'm saying? But that's them other Israelite groups. Some of them believe you can molest little kids. Some of them believe that you can, have sex with prostitutes because that's their occupation, right? Some people believe, the microchip. Negro, I got a microchip in this phone right here. It's a microchip. I can pay bills. I can pay for food with just double clicking the power button. Apple Pay. You understand? Oh, it's a microchip. It's a microchip in your phones, dummy. It don't make sense. Why? Because the truth is not in them. Read what you got from the top.
This is Ephesians chapter 4, verse 4. There is one body.
It is what? Is what?
One body.
One body. Go ahead.
And one spirit.
One spirit. We in one spirit in here. Brotherhood.
That's right.
That's bottom line. Bottom line. And we look at them. I remember they had a whole open council on Clubhouse. We all in there. We in a group chat like, yo, this is why. This is why they need to be in the school. They never listen. They took all the breakdowns. Some of them took the officer test. They got that chart right there in their phone, and it would say Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge, Lashwan Kodash. That's how they learned their Hebrew. Ask any. Let me tell you how much I'm a person. I'm a person that I gotta pay respect where it's due. That's just me, right? And that's all of us in here. We're gonna pay respect where it's due. How are you gonna run around with the 12 tribe chart Every tribe on there is right, sir. They just did their investigation. Negro, I'm still trying to do the research on the tribe of Levi. I just know I can trust Commander Jenny Hanna. I can have blind faith in him because I know that the Lord is with him. How do I know? Because I'm here. Listen, I'm just like my father. I'm, you know what I mean, in certain ways. You know what I'm saying? My pop came here. Shout out to my pops. He came. You know what I'm saying, to the fundraiser that we had here Sunday. You know what I mean? He was just like, you know me, son. I ain't with all that. Man over me and all that. But I respect it. You know what I mean? He's like, I don't trust nobody. I don't trust man. I was the same way till I met Commander Jenny Hunt. Then I was like, all right, you got me. I give up. I keep asking you all these questions. You prove me wrong every time. You know what? All right, Commander Jenny Hunt, I'm at your service. What you need me to do? You know what I'm saying? And here we are in one spirit. Those brothers don't have the spirit of brotherhood. How you gonna take the 12 tribe chart that our elders put together, the 7 heads, they put that together, took their time. They didn't have the internet. All these little young boys starting groups and all of that. You know what I'm saying? They did this when the internet wasn't around. They had to go to the Library of Congress. You understand? They had to search high and low for books that they tried to submerge, and then found out where everybody was at. Finding out that Christopher Columbus had a Hebrew translator, and that Hebrew translator knew that language right there. Come on. So they don't feel obligated to pay tithes here. They don't feel obligated to sit in the seats that y'all in, wearing all black. You know what I'm saying? Learning everything over again so that you can make sure that your breakdowns is right. That's a problem? Keep reading.
Even as ye are called in one hope of your calling.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 5. One Lord.
One what?
One Lord.
Keep going.
One faith.
One what?
Faith.
One faith. One way how we gotta do this work. One way we gotta do this work. You understand? Together. Through what? Brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? One faith. We keeping the laws. It's about what you doing here. We ain't everybody that, man, I get tired of seeing brothers that know the truth. You understand? This is why I commend you for coming in here. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted more brothers need to be like you that say, you know what? I'm gonna go down to class. Ask questions. I don't care if you don't agree with what I'm saying. Ask questions. Be genuine. Because right now, what else do we got? We got the this is something that encouraged me. Look what's going on outside on the other side of these doors. You got people on drugs, indulging in their lust, and all types of form of fornication, murder. Look at what these 5 brothers just did. They supposed to took their oath, sir. They took an oath to serve and protect, and they murdered that brother. They beat him down for 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Go ahead.
When this happened?
This happened, I think it happened Sunday, Saturday?
Where's that?
That happened last Friday.
Last Friday.
Memphis, Tennessee.
In Memphis, Tennessee. Yeah, we'll get you at the the class almost over soon anyway, but they beat him to a pulp, man. Face all swollen, it's crazy. They gotta get ready to show the footage to the family. Those brothers ain't have mercy on that brother. They ain't think about, dang, his family gonna see this if we keep doing this. We can kill this brother. You know what I'm saying? This ain't what we supposed to be doing. This ain't the oath that we took. The ones that just watch and ain't say nothing. Dang, I should stop. I should intervene. I should, George Floyd, it was a whole riot over George Floyd. Our people was mad about what we doing to our people. Dang. I did take that oath. They didn't care about all that. And here, we care because we have one faith, one hope. Our hope is to have every black, Hispanic, Native American enter into the kingdom of heaven. That's our hope. That's our drive. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna put the work in. Go ahead.
1 second, it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
One second. I just want to get to this last part of the scripture to give you the whole overall. Go ahead, young man Chris. What we show?
God. One baptism.
One what?
Baptism.
One baptism. Remember when you familiar with John the Baptist?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you familiar when Christ first met John the Baptist? All right. John the Baptist, they both met when John was doing water baptisms. And Christ was like, you can baptize me, showing brotherhood. You understand? Like, what you're doing, I respect it. You feel what I'm saying? John the Baptist said out of his mouth to the Pharisees, y'all hypocrites, y'all vipers. You understand? And one that's gonna come after me, he ain't baptizing with water. He baptizing with fire, with the truth. Meaning what? He ain't going to care about how you feel. He's not going to care about persecution. He ain't going to care about none of that. He's going to tell you the truth whether you like it or not. And what wound up happening? Christ got murdered. You understand? And it was on the hands of those Pharisees and the white man. You dig what I'm saying? So when you look at baptism is how you get clean. The truth will get you clean, right? The whole water baptism was symbolic to cleaning yourself, repenting. You get out that water, leave whatever was in that water alone. Let that go down the stream. But be this new you. What happens in the Christian church? Do you see them baptizing with fire? Seeing them lighting people on fire? No. Maybe over in Afghanistan or something like that. You know what I mean? You get set on fire, but I don't think it's because of the Bible. You know what I'm saying? I was just thinking about something I seen earlier. That was crucial. They ran over Afghanistan for execution. They ran a guy over with a tank. Yeah, that was not a nice sight. I was like, good night. Whatever he did, I don't think nobody else want to do that. And that was the whole quick sidebar. That was how it was back in the kingdom. Like, you would see somebody get stoned to death. Y'all ever seen a stoning? Y'all should go on your Google and type in stone death, stone by death. Y'all seen it? Yo, it sounds horrific. It's like you see one rock, a couple rocks, and then all you see is body. It's like gunshots, but it's not as fast as a gunshot. But yo, everybody's throwing a rock. You understand? And that was when we put people to death. People knew it. People knew what they was being accused of, so that they won't do it again. Right? To baptism, of course, Christ, gave us a grace period. But we are taught out the Bible on what to do and not to do. And we're not gonna spare your feelings, right? Like there's a gay Israelite group that would tell you, oh, a man can't have more than one wife. You want to know why? Because he don't want to hurt women's feelings. They don't want to hurt women's feelings. A man can have more than one wife, but they'll go have sex with another man's wife. I didn't counsel the brother that said, yo, they told my wife that our relationship is not official. Sex is marriage in the Bible. It wasn't no marriage certificate. It was, you hit it, brother. You touched it, you bought it. No, they told the brother wife because he was learning from us from a distance. And he knew that he got to be a man in his relationship. And probably that multiple wives thing probably came up. Oh, she heard IUIC, she stumbled across it. Oh, she was feeling that. Oh, y'all talk very nice. I mean, y'all talk very smooth things, and a man can't have more than one wife. Where do I sign up? And they told her, yeah, that's not a y'all got a marriage certificate. Y'all go down to the courts. She like, nah, that's my husband. Oh, that's not a real marriage. Tell him if he don't stop learning from that school, you might as well leave him. She left him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Matter of fact, don't hold me to that. I never spoke to the brother again. Never seen him in class ever again, online and nothing like that. Right? But he came to me and worried, like, yo, I said, listen, that's not what you're supposed to do because they're supposed to take an oath, right, sir? They're supposed to take this oath to serve and protect the people and be a peacemaker and a mediator. He should have never tried. He should have never said that to that woman. He's lining her up to commit adultery. He's speaking smooth things, you know what I'm saying, to that sister. What was evil? And he felt offended. And the guy tried to justify it and all of that. The dude was like, man, I ain't trying to hear all that. That's my woman. And she told him, yo, what is it going to be? It's either me or that school. I ain't never heard from that brother again. Maybe he's he probably paying that $2,000 for that one shirt. You know what I mean? They shoot trainees in the face, and they leaders send rod pics to other men in the congregation saying, "Oops, how you messed that up? You supposed to be sending that to your woman. How you send that to all the men in the congregation? That was a slingshot for somebody to catch. You understand what I'm saying? So when you look at it, the way how we baptize in here, you can't be a homosexual. You can't be a drug dealer. You can't tell another man to leave you can't tell another man's wife to leave him. You understand? And commit adultery. You understand? You ain't supposed to be teaching the doctrine of if Christ said that the bill of divorcement is over in the New Testament, he said, I'll come not to destroy what the priests and prophets before me came to do. He said, I'm here to regulate it. So in the beginning, it wasn't so that you can do that. He said, I gave you a bill of divorcement because y'all was some evil bastards. Y'all was so hardened in your heart. Y'all was so much after what you wanted and not what you owe the Lord. You owe the Lord to fight for that marriage. People didn't want to do it. You know what Moses said? All right, do the bill of divorcement. Right? You know what men was doing in Rome at that time? Romans are known for being monogamous and homosexuals at the same time. You understand? What they'd do is they'd do a bill of divorcement and go get another woman instead of just having two. But because they didn't follow what God said, I can only have one woman. Well, forget her. I'm done with her. She done had all the babies. She done got the baby weight on her. I'm done with that. Obviously, you die. You know what I'm saying? See, if we was on the scene back in those times, we would be the ones, hey, you ain't, What is it? Nah, you better stay with her. Get you another woman. God said you can have more to her. You understand? But what is your spirit? What's your intent behind it? See, these fake Israelite groups, they're sweet talk your woman, all that, trying to jazz her up like the Christian church do. Well, you don't want to be in that school. They said, what? A man can have more than one wife? That's evil, sister. A bishop is supposed to only have one wife. So is Christ a bishop? Is Christ a bishop? He ain't had one wife. You know what his wife was? The truth. That's what it's talking about. But because it's not one baptism, one way to get clean, they not following that protocol. They ain't following that order from the Most High in Christ. They're gonna do whatever they want now. So to answer your question, they are not coming to us. They don't invite us to anything. They have events, they don't do it. Right? And guess what? We okay with it. We still going to be what leaders like we are trained to be and groomed to be. What we walk in, we tell them, come to the Passover. Come sit down with us. And we can talk about how we can work together. You know what they'd rather do? Make clubhouse rooms, subliminally talking about us. They sit around and say, oh yeah, don't want West. They think that they this and that. I seen them. They done sat down and ate with us. You understand? I remember a fake Israelite had us saying Kwam Yashala at the at that was the first time I ever seen that. I was freaking out in my head on the low. It was so passionate because Captain Cesario, it was when he went against the Black Panther cat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you seen it? Yeah, yeah. So we in there, it was a bloodbath. And you know, one of the moderators, one of the hosts was a fake Israelite brother. And you know, he felt it the same way we did. And when he said Kwam Yasha Allah, when we hear that, we're like, Kwam Yasha, he felt the energy. And I'm just like, yo, hey, I don't think nobody ever did that in history, ever had us say that. You dig what I'm saying? They walk past Kent, Kwam Yasha Allah. Because it's like, come on, man, you gotta be up in the school to, you know what I mean, get something like that. But y'all get my point. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't want to come together. They know it. And he knew that it could have been a possibility that we would have not have said nothing. And he felt that spirit of brotherhood. And that's why we gotta keep that. Today is the brotherhood class. I don't know if you know. Every Tuesday is the brotherhood class. You know what I'm saying? And what these 5 police officers did was not keep their oath. And what all these fake Israelites do, you understand, when they so-called take their oath, the same way them cops so-called take an oath, they don't really mean by it. You understand? That's why Christ said, let your yeas be yeas and your nays be nays. Because if you're going to serve and protect, there's only one way how to what? Be baptized, right? There's only one way to be baptized. And that's by being under command of Jenny and Hannah. If it's not under command of Jenny and Hannah, it's not official. You understand? So I hope that answered your question. You got another question?
Okay, I'm paying attention a lot. My eyes is open to what's going on around me, like everybody else is. So I just think about like what type of economic plan the organization have to, like try to right the wrongs on our own, instead of like, because this is still we can take as a people, or as a can.
You talking about like just to because of time's sake, we kind of like run up on time. You come to class tomorrow, again, we answer all questions. I got kind of expedite your question. So basically, you're saying like the black economy, what I mean? What are we doing here?
All right. I'm in here. I say we because I feel like y'all all my brothers.
Yeah, we are. Most on Christ. Yeah.
Y'all all my brothers because the what I'm saying, the goal is the same.
Yeah. So basically, how do we build that? The black businesses that we have in here. Right. So no, I feel you. I got you. I'm gonna answer it right now. We have black businesses in here, right? Brothers sell merchandise, clothes, all types of things. Contractors, you know what I'm saying? We do contract work, even the security. You understand? And that's just here in Philly. But in different cities, everybody has some type of business going on, right? But the biggest business is in here is doing the work of the Lord.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but my thing is like, I'm talking about ISUPK brand. You know what I'm saying? Like putting that forth, like maybe an ISUPK corner store. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
ISUPK cleanliness, ISUPK, that type of
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so we had businesses growing like that. Of course, with business and brothers coming in, everybody come in with different things. Like in Delaware, brother got a whole class and a whole business when it comes to barber school. He got a whole barber school inside of an Delaware university. You know what I'm saying? He got his own business out there in Delaware. You know what I'm saying? Brothers is electricians, HVAC, contractors. You know what I'm saying? Plumbers. General contracting, general labor. You know what I'm saying? So the business is here. The thing is, you know, we support each other. You know what I'm saying? So if I want to buy some clothes, I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna go check out my brother. If I want to get some products, I want to get some jewelry, I'm gonna go check out my brother. Like obviously your Dyer just showed me a chain that he about to get made. Instead of going to the Arabs or the Chinese or the white man, he gonna go to his brother that has a jewelry business. You feel what I'm saying? So we all eat off each other. You feel what I'm saying? But when it comes to like corner stores and stuff like that, that type of stuff isn't working. But the main thing that we worry about is making sure that we can do the work of the Lord. That's what like money is a defense, right? And of course, having a strong economic structure is important because it's a defense. But that's everything is a process. Like we about to purchase land, acres. That's a process.
We have acres.
Yeah, we do. Swaggy. We got acres down south where they're growing crops and livestock, right? But the thing is, with if we can have all the black businesses in the world. The hell we gonna do with it if we ain't working together under Christ?
Right.
And that's our main goal, our main focus. A lot of like I'm gonna tell you how crazy it is, right? And here we work together. Captain Kazazar got a music app that's about to be launching in any time by now, right? I'm going to just download it and give him the money. I even told him, Cat, I would have threw you some bread, to just invest. That's how we are in here. No questions asked. Books, we got authors in here. A couple captains got books. Sisters got books. We're gonna support it. You dig what I'm saying? Seminars and lectures, we're gonna go out and support. You dig what I'm saying? Everything that we're doing here is in the spirit of brotherhood. You dig what I'm saying? We can have all the money in the world, but if we don't put this work first, you know what I'm saying? We don't prioritize this. We can have all the businesses, but what about the truth? You dig what I'm saying? So you come in here, you might got some ideas. You might got something that can go well. We might get that corner store. You know what I'm saying? Let's put the work in. That's all we're gonna say. Yo, figure out what that joint. That might be a nice joint. You know what I'm saying? That's how we are in here. Like Commander Jenny Hanna, he got this. Besides the truth, he got businesses too. Generals got businesses and all that. You know what I'm saying? It's just we worry about this work first. You know what I'm saying? Everything else is fall through. Like he said, we got the acres. We got box trucks. You dig what I'm saying? Commander Jenny Hanna got like a couple of 18 wheelers. You know what I'm saying? Whole business. You know what I'm saying? Got work. He called us up the other week, right? Called us up the other week. Yo, y'all trying to make some money? My pop, it's crazy that you said that. My pop he about to get a box truck, and he's like, yo, we about to get back into this business, going back into this entrepreneurship business. So now I got that business. Other brothers in the school got businesses that we all work off. You feel what I'm saying? We all support. Now I'm about to bring in something else too. You dig what I'm saying? That's how we do it in here. You know what I mean?
Carr saying it's so heavy. More importantly, we're in the business of helping our people. We brought up our enemies, right? I'm pretty sure you were, because I've been looking at this all night, and I'm glad I'm able to bring this up. You were familiar with what happened with the Haitians down in Costa, Mexico, right? Tribal Levi, the Haitians went down, you know what I mean, left Haiti, because all the hell and the corruption that's over there, were met at the Del Rio border, where they got whipped on horseback. Got whipped on horseback, pepper sprayed, beaten. No Christian church, no fake Israelite group. The Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, 4 18-wheelers, tens of thousands of pounds, and over 10 to 15 to $20,000 when defeating our Haitian brothers and sisters. We invest in our people. Our enemies invest in themselves. $2,000 for a fucking purple shirt. While we spend thousands of dollars to feed the impoverished of Israel. Right. That's the difference.
Yeah, facts. You know what I mean? Again, we got the black businesses. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I had to add the emphasis, because I know a lot of brothers, I know a lot of us, we want to see that black business back and rolling. You know what I'm saying? You from Philly?
Yeah.
Remember 52nd Street used to be black owned, right? Remember you go down Woollen Ave, it was black owned. Who running Woollen Ave right now?
Chinese people,
And who else?
white people,
And who else?
name it.
And who else? We talking about Woollen Ave. Give him a hand. The Africans. Listen, I'm from Southwest, so I got a personal vendetta with Africans. All right, they've been running that joint for quite some time. So what I'm saying is, the reason why I got that emphasis is I talk to a lot of brothers. I'm on that clubhouse, and on that clubhouse, this is coming up a lot. You feel what I'm saying about the black business, this and that. I'm like, definitely feel you on that. Definitely don't want to work for Esau. I definitely want to work on my own. You know what I'm saying? But when you got some people can afford to take the sacrifice. Some people can't. And to start a business is going to take a lot of time and energy. You know what I'm saying? So in here, we come in with businesses or we start businesses, right? And, you know, brothers make a living off it. Brothers, you know, they be like, yo, I want to work. You know what I mean? Boom, boom. Now they working with that brother and they getting it in. You dig what I'm saying? But like obviously Yedai is saying, our first in here, our first job is this truth. Then it's the defense when it comes to our funds. You know what I'm saying? Looking out for the brothers. You dig what I'm saying? Like, again, I told you, I got a phone call today. Pops was like, yo, I said, bet, that's what's up. You know what I mean? Because we used to have a cleaning company. You know what I'm saying? I used to have a cleaning, me and my dad used to run a cleaning company. You know what I'm saying? You know, business, sometimes things don't fall through. You know what I'm saying? My pop got severely sick. I was too young to be able to manage all of that on my own. We ain't had no employees. So, you know, I had to, you know, terminate it. But again, you know, the situation come back up. What I'm thinking of, yo, the brothers, sisters, you know what I'm saying? So that we can all work together because that money is only here to make sure that we thrive while we are, you know, on this path of righteousness for the Lord. With that being said, I'm going to place the class over to preaching officer. You die.
Go off to the car. Strong. That being said, we are the ISUPK. We started 1 West 125th Street Hall, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves in the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithe is a commandment. You can read about this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, in the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, Ma'ishra, which means 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the teacher, so give to the treasury department. So priest started a free will for the priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever much like to give, again, that's not mandatory. Up and coming holy convocations is the Feast of Purim, the 14th day and the 15th day of the 12th month. Sunday, March 5th, and Monday, March 6th, 2023. And you can read about that in the book of Esther, chapter 9, verse 20 through 31. Make sure y'all check the bulletin board in the hallway. Any events that we may have, we are having Passover. The Lord's Passover is coming up. Raleigh, North Carolina, April 1st, man. If you can make it down to Raleigh, North Carolina, April 1st, make sure you get down there. It's going down. Commander Jenny Hunter got the whole convention center down there in Raleigh, North Carolina, April 1st. And I'll be coming rocking out with us. Now, also, if any new brother wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, headband, and scarf. With that, I admire them, please stand. Israel, we're going to give brothers one courtesy salute. And of Israel, Ahmad Shabbat, I'm Michael, Barak,
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Barak Atham.
Together with Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Hashem,
Yahushua,
Yahushua,
Barak Atham.
Barakatah.
Which means, may the Most High bless you in the name of Christ. Y'all can massage his hands down. Class dismissed.
Time the class start tomorrow?
7 o'clock.
Is that
Yeah,